Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence. A North Korean hacking group cloned the faces and voices of real company executives, then invited targets into what looked like ordinary Microsoft Teams meetings. The targets joined branded Slack workspaces, saw LinkedIn posts in the channels, and sat down for video calls with people who weren't real. It took about 3 seconds of stolen audio to build each voice clone. If you've ever picked up a phone call from your boss or joined a video meeting with a colleague you recognized, this story is about you. Because every signal you'd normally rely on to confirm that person's identity, their face, their voice, even the number on your caller ID, can now be faked at the same time. That should make your stomach drop a little. It's okay if it does. A hacking group known as UNC 1069 ran this exact playbook against targets tied to the news outlet Axios. They built deepfake likenesses of company founders, set up corporate-branded Slack channels to look legitimate, and then lured victims into live video calls where the person on screen wasn't a person at all. The goal was malware installation, but the method is what matters, because it worked on professionals who knew the voices and faces being imitated. So the question running through the rest of this episode is simple. If the people closest to these executives couldn't tell the difference, what chance does anyone else have? Start with the voice. Scammers need roughly 3 seconds of someone's audio to generate a full voice clone. 3 seconds, that's shorter than most voicemail greetings. And once that clone exists, it doesn't just fool regular people. According to research on human detection ability, people correctly identify deepfake audio only about half the time. Worse than flipping a coin. Your ear, the thing you've trusted your entire life to recognize your mother, your partner, your boss, performs at chance level against a well-made synthetic voice. That's not just a problem for newsrooms or tech companies. Victims of AI-driven scams lost nearly $900 million last year. One UK energy company handed over the equivalent of about €220,000 after a single phone call. The employee on the other end heard what sounded exactly like the CEO's voice giving a direct order to transfer funds. The voice passed every mental credibility check that employee had. No suspicion, no hesitation, just compliance because the voice matched. Now, layer the video on top. In the Axios linked operation, attackers didn't just clone a voice and make a phone call. They built an entire environment. The victim saw a familiar face on a Teams call inside a Slack workspace that looked corporate, surrounded by channels sharing real LinkedIn posts from the company. Every layer reinforced the one before it. That's the shift investigators and everyday people both need to understand. This isn't a single trick anymore. It's a coordinated package: spoofed caller ID, cloned voice, synthetic video, and a scripted conversation, possibly generated by a dark large language model. No specialist skills required to assemble it. And what about the tools we'd expect to catch this? Forensic labs have long relied on automatic speaker recognition systems to verify identity from audio. But published research now shows that synthetic recordings significantly degrade the performance of those systems. The very instruments designed to separate real from fake are stumbling against today's clones. For anyone who's ever been asked to verify a voicemail, authenticate a recording, or confirm a caller's identity for legal purposes, that finding rewrites the playbook. For the rest of us, it means a voice message from someone you love could be manufactured, and the software meant to catch it might not. According to a Gartner forecast, by next year, nearly a third of enterprises may no longer trust their identity verification solutions when used alone. Not because those solutions broke. Because deepfakes made single-layer verification obsolete. The most effective detection methods now work across multiple signals at once, cross-referencing lip sync timing against audio, checking environmental sound against background visuals, comparing lighting direction in the video frame. A synthetic call might carry authentic video but cloned audio, or the reverse. Only by checking several channels simultaneously do the inconsistencies show up. Voice plus video plus metadata plus geolocation plus behavioral patterns. One layer alone is no longer enough for anyone, not a forensic examiner, not a compliance officer, and not you picking up the phone at dinner. The real danger isn't that deepfakes exist. It's that authority bias, our hardwired instinct to obey a familiar, trusted voice, now has a perfect weapon. The technology didn't just get better at faking people. It got better at exploiting the shortcuts our brains already take. So, a 3-second audio clip can now become a full voice clone. Humans catch fake audio about half the time, which is no better than guessing. And the only reliable defense left is checking multiple signals against each other at once: voice, video, metadata, behavior, because no single one can be trusted on its own anymore. Whether you're building a court case or just answering a call from someone who sounds like your boss, the rules have changed. Trusting one signal used to be reasonable. Now it's a risk. The written version goes deeper, links below. Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.